Alright, guys, day 11 of this Unprofitable Diaries, where I showcase everything I've learned so far as a 16-year-old day trader. Been trading for 10 months now, maybe. Been doing day trading for maybe 10 months now. In today's video, I will be going through liquidity. By the way, this is not a boot camp, this is not a course or anything. I am an unprofitable day trader. If you're new here, my name is Matthias. Matthias Albon Trades. I'm 16 years old. I'm 6 years old, and I've been day trading for maybe 6 months now. And this series, Unprofitable Diaries, is simply just where I showcase everything I've learned so far. So you guys can follow along. Also, so I have some content to put out. So I'll just showcase everything I've learned. So, liquidity, that's what we're going to be talking about today. This is going to be the first stepping stone for me to tell you guys what my strategy is. We'll call it strategy stones. We have this liquidity, and then we have some other ones. Break of structure will also be used. That is a video I've already done. And I'll be going through liquidity and liquidity sweeps, and then some fair value gaps and inverse fair value gaps, etc. that I use to trade. Now, liquidity. What is liquidity? Liquidity is basically what runs the market. So liquidity this is going to be a very quick video. Liquidity is something that is resting in places in the market that the market wants to seek. So the market wants to go to these liquidity channels, these liquidity levels. That is basically it. That is what liquidity is. So you basically, above and underneath all highs and lows, a low is a move down and a move up, and a high is a move up and a move down, as I talked about before. There are liquidity. All these highs and lows, there's liquidity. And the market probably wants to go to some of these places. So when the market opens for a day at 9:30 a.m. New York time, the Nasdaq index and the S&P 500 index, these two indexes will try and seek some of this liquidity. So go to these liquidity levels to seek it and to sweep it, which I will be talking about in the next video. So liquidity is something that is resting above and below highs and lows. It can also be at fair value gaps, and it can also be at, for example, what a demand zone is and a supply zone. Supply and demand zones is simply just it is just a move in the opposite direction of a strong move. So you can see here we have a strong move up, and before this strong move up there was a opposite direction candle, which is a supply and demand zone. So the market, perhaps it wants to go down here and touch this and then continue up. That is a strategy that I can use. I don't use that strategy personally, but it is a way to it is a possible strategy. So liquidity is at highs and lows, and the higher the time frame is, for example, a low on the 1 hour is a 1 hour low, which I just call liquidity. And a 1 hour low is much more probable to get swept than a 5-minute low, for example. It's because the higher time frame is the higher the time frame, the more probable it is to get swept. So there's more liquidity. Yeah, basically there's liquidity at all highs and lows. I don't want to confuse you guys. There's liquidity at lows, highs, and the market probably wants to go through these directions, and that is a part of my strategy. That is the first stepping stone to my strategy. My day trading strategy is knowing where liquidity is, because when we get into the market in a day, we want to find out where this liquidity is, so we can find out where do we want to go for the day, where are we going, and when are we going to reverse, are we going to continue the trend. All of these things I'm going to go through. So that's basically what liquidity is. There's more to it about liquidity, but that's basically everything I want to say, because as I said, I'm not profitable, so I don't know everything. Don't judge me on that. I'm not profitable yet, but on this channel I'm going to showcase you guys that I can actually become profitable, from unprofitable to profitable. So that's basically what liquidity is. I would advise you guys to go to TJR's bootcamp and watch his videos, because he can tell you exactly what liquidity is. If you want to know it, if you want to know it, and if you want to become a profitable day trader, I would recommend you guys to watch this video. I won't click into it, but the only liquidity sweeps video you'll ever need. Watch this one. He knows what he's talking about. Watch this video. It's very good to know what liquidity is. It's very important for you to understand my strategy and also TGR strategy, because we have the same. That's going to be everything for this quick little video about liquidity. The next video is going to be liquidity sweeps, which is a part of my strategy. Liquidity is just where it lies. You want to know where the liquidity is, because the market wants to hunt liquidity, and the liquidity sweeps is then a stepping stone, a strategy stone, as I call it, that we want to cover. So that's going to be everything for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to follow along on this journey from unprofitable to profitable. I'll have my social media and Discord in the description. Make sure to follow them. I'll start posting short form soon, I think. I haven't got it all planned out yet, but I think I will. And tomorrow is going to be liquidity sweeps, basically. That's going to be everything for this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.